Have you ever considered how words can transform a woman's perception of you? A well-placed compliment can dramatically shift her view, as if by magic. You don't need the looks of a movie star or a massive bank account for this. What truly attracts a woman is how you make her feel, a sense of connection and desirability. Many men, however, underestimate the power of words, believing that attractiveness lies in appearance, status, or wealth display. But this is merely a superficial view. Imagine this: in the middle of a conversation, you utter a phrase that completely changes its course, something simple yet profound, making her see you in a new light. When was the last time someone made you feel truly seen, noticing not just your appearance but your unique essence? Now, imagine how she would react if you could evoke that same feeling in her. Words possess a quiet yet all-encompassing power. We're going to talk about 8 compliments that go beyond trite phrases like "you have nice hair" or "that's a lovely dress." These compliments touch her core, a psychological depth that few men dare to address. It's not about eloquence or poetry, it's about understanding a woman's psychology and altering her perception of you. A man who understands the psychology of attraction doesn't need cheap tricks. He knows that true attraction lies in how he makes a woman feel on a deeper level. These compliments are a reflection of confidence and self-possession. If you can make her feel unique, important, and desired, you'll stop being just one of the guys in her life, you'll become the one man. The first compliment: that perfume is addictive. You have excellent taste in fragrances. The scent she chooses carries immense power. Smell is directly linked to the brain's limbic system, responsible for emotions, desires, and memories. Remember how the scent of perfume can instantly transport you back in time, recalling a youthful embrace or an unforgettable night. Perfume holds a power tied to memory and desire, and this can be leveraged. Imagine praising her perfume. Don't just say she smells good, tell her fragrance is addictive. You're creating a powerful emotional association, implying that she lingers with you even after she's gone, her scent remaining in your mind. She'll cherish this compliment every time she applies it, remembering how unique and special you made her feel. You're not just complimenting the perfume, but the energy it conveys and how that energy affects you. It's not just what you say, but how you say it. Deliver the compliment calmly and confidently, without exaggeration or coercion. Avoid desperation, which a woman will sense from a mile away. Confidence lies in knowing you don't need approval, yet you can recognize her worth. A woman's smile is more than just beautiful teeth, it's a window to her soul. When she smiles, she shares a part of her energy, a piece of her inner world. A woman capable of transforming a space with her smile possesses a magnetism that makes her special. Has it ever happened to you that upon entering a room, you felt its atmosphere change beyond recognition? Suddenly, everything feels lighter, more pleasant, as if an invisible hand has dispersed the gray clouds. This isn't coincidence or imagination, it's magic born from someone's smile. When you say her smile can light up a room, it's not just about aesthetic perception. It's an acknowledgement of her ability to change her surroundings, to create an energy that affects everyone nearby. This is a rare quality, a precious gift. Do all men notice this? Unfortunately, no. Many are consumed only by the outer shell, failing to see deeper. But when you highlight this particular quality, you show that you understand her on a more profound level, seeing the power she radiates simply by being herself. The essence is that by recognizing this power, you demonstrate an understanding of her true value. Her influence isn't limited to her appearance, it lies in her ability to transform any space with her presence. And that's something not to be underestimated. Do you realize the full power of this? Stop for a moment and consider, if one smile can change a room, change the atmosphere around it, how many other beautiful details escape your notice? What other compliments could truly touch her heart? Let's delve into the world of emotions to discover compliments capable of creating a deeper, more lasting connection. Keep reading, because what you learn will forever change your perception of women. Have you ever noticed how some people's energy extends beyond physical space, how their presence makes everything around them lighter and more interesting? This isn't just luck or magic, it's a force that, if recognized and appreciated, can create a deep, intense, and undeniably attractive connection. And a woman's smile is a reflection of this power. Imagine this scene: you're at an event, a party, or dinner with friends. The conversation is sluggish, people jumping from topic to topic, futilely trying to find something truly engaging, something to break the routine. But then she appears. She enters the room, illuminating everything with her smile, and suddenly everything changes. The atmosphere becomes livelier, the conversation picks up, laughter rings out. And it's not just about her beauty, but something more, something intangible that influences everyone present. And believe me, she possesses this power. A woman's smile is a sincere expression of feelings, something more than mere aesthetics. It's not about flawless teeth, but about the energy she radiates when she smiles. Her smile can warm a room full of strangers, turn an ordinary day into something special. Have you ever considered the power of this phenomenon? How a woman whose smile shines from within can change not only her own reality but also the reality of everyone around her. By saying her smile lights up a room, you acknowledge something much deeper. You tell her that you see her energy, the power she possesses to influence her environment and people. Her energy isn't superficial. When she smiles, she radiates a unique aura that resonates with the hearts of everyone nearby. Such energy is rare. It's captivating, and by complimenting it, you acknowledge her in a way no other man could. Perhaps you're wondering, how exactly can this help me? How will praising her smile make me memorable? The point is, by seeing something more than just a polite gesture in her smile, you acknowledge that there's something unique and valuable about her. You're not just admiring her appearance, you're looking deeper. You're establishing a more profound connection with her, showing that you understand what she's capable of when she enters a room. Imagine a situation where she smiles not just out of politeness, but because she's genuinely happy, because she feels connected to the moment, to the environment, and to the people around her. By giving this compliment, you're drawing attention not only to the beauty of the smile but also to the energy, to the vibration with which she allows herself to shine, without any effort, simply by being herself. And here's what you need to understand: by seeing her this way, you become the person who sees more than just the outer shell. You become someone who goes beyond appearances and understands her true value. Surely you're wondering how to do this without appearing simple or naive. The answer is simple: confidence. When you talk to her about her smile, speak with the same confidence you use when discussing things that are truly important to you. It's not about exaggerating or trying to curry favor. It's about recognizing something unique in her, something that sets her apart from the crowd. And when you do that, you won't just see it yourself, but you'll stand out in her eyes. You'll become that man who knows how to recognize a woman's value on a deeper level. Let me tell you a story. I once met a woman whose smile could transform any situation. She wasn't the tallest or the slimmest, but there was something about her that captivated everyone's attention. Her smile was an infectious energy. I was at a work event, surrounded by people who barely knew each other, and then she entered the room. The atmosphere immediately livened up, conversations that had been sluggish became more animated, and people started smiling more often. I noticed that the way she smiled made everyone around her feel more at ease and open. This was the power of her genuine smile. And when I told her that her smile truly lit up the room, she not only smiled even wider but also seemed pleasantly surprised. Never had such a simple compliment made her feel so special. And I remained in her memory as someone who noticed something rare, something deeper. Let's talk about energy, that elusive force behind a smile that makes us remember a person. Have you ever noticed how some women possess a special aura, as if everything around them is infused with a sense of boundless possibilities? They have the ability to inspire us to conquer new heights, to awaken the desire to become the best version of ourselves. Their presence is like a flame, igniting a spark within us. And this power, undoubtedly, surpasses all other forms of attraction. But when was the last time you experienced such inspiration? This isn't about fleeting entertainment or momentary laughter, but a profound feeling when someone's presence awakens a yearning for self-improvement, personal growth, and new achievements. Meeting such a woman feels like a challenge, a gentle yet persistent force that urges you forward. She can change your perception of yourself, pushing you to reveal your true essence. It's impossible not to notice the impact she has on those around her, how the atmosphere changes in her presence. What if you became the man who recognizes and appreciates this power? The one who admires not only her appearance but also how she influences you and everyone around her? It doesn't matter if you've just met her or known her for a long time, her energy, her ability to inspire and motivate, deserves recognition. And when you express your admiration, when you praise her for this unique power, you show that you see her in a way others don't. Imagine this situation: you're sitting in a cafe with a woman who truly impresses you. Whether she smiles timidly or carries herself with confidence, look into her eyes, take a deep breath, and say with conviction, "You have an energy that makes me want to be better, more focused. I can't help it." And watch how the conversation shifts. This won't just be a compliment, you'll touch her on a deeper level that few are capable of reaching. It's not about saying the right things at the right time, but about being able to see and appreciate what truly matters. And believe me, she won't forget it, because deep down, everyone wants to be seen not just for who they are, but for the impact they have on others. By noticing this in a woman, you'll make her special, and yourself, an unforgettable man. Now that we've discussed the power of a smile and energy, it's time to touch upon another important topic that few men dare to approach. But when done right, it can create a connection so profound that it will be impossible to forget. We're talking about authenticity. Not superficial sincerity, but a woman's ability to be herself, her skill in staying true to her genuine essence. Perhaps you've heard the phrase "be yourself." But have you ever considered its true meaning? What does it mean to be authentic in today's world, where social media dictates standards, and people strive to conform to imposed ideals? Being genuine is a kind of rebellion, and it's this rebellion that makes a woman feel alive and desired. When you see her for who she truly is, without filters or masks, and when you accept her on that level, something incredible happens. She realizes you're different from those who only look at the outer shell. Have you ever met a woman who doesn't try to fit into conventional molds? A woman who, come what may, remains true to herself and isn't ashamed of her individuality? You'll agree that such a person isn't encountered every day. And that's precisely what makes her irresistible. It's not about her clothes, figure, or makeup, but about her courage to be herself, to be vulnerable and real. Do you know that such women are the hardest to forget? Now, consider, when was the last time someone made you feel authentic, accepting your essence, your innermost self? Probably not often. So, a woman who allows herself to be genuine and true to herself wants to be appreciated for it. And when you praise her for this authenticity, for the courage to be herself, you create something that no superficial compliment can compare to. What is the magic of this compliment? When you say, "I love how authentic you are and how you don't try to fit in," you're not just noting a character trait, you're acknowledging the power of her authenticity. You're telling her that in a world where conformity is often rewarded, she stands out because of her courage to be herself, and this courage is a great rarity. This is very powerful, and she knows it. However, the essence doesn't lie in banal praises. If a man intends to highlight a woman's sincerity, his words must come from the depths of his soul. It's not enough to simply throw compliments into the wind, hoping to impress. The true value of such recognition lies in authenticity, in how deeply a man perceives and values her truthfulness. It's not about simple politeness, but about the ability to recognize in a woman the courage that allows her to be honest, without fear of judgment. This seems simple, but the uniqueness of such a woman lies in her unwillingness to please or pretend to be someone else. She is a mystery, and the man who realizes this becomes even more interesting to her, as his compliment indicates that he sees her true essence and finds it attractive. Undoubtedly, there is a risk of mispronouncing these words. Insecurity or strain in the voice can turn a compliment into an empty formality. However, if a man expresses his feelings sincerely and confidently, demonstrating an understanding of the woman, a reaction will follow immediately. She will feel seen for the first time, that the deepest chords of her soul have been touched. Many people, striving to meet societal expectations, adjust their behavior, use the right words, and create an impeccable appearance. But where is the place for authenticity here? A real woman is not afraid to be herself, even if it goes against generally accepted norms. By recognizing her for this, a man doesn't just give a compliment, he touches her heart. A revealing example could be the story of meeting a woman with a unique style. She didn't follow generally accepted beauty standards, wore extravagant clothes, openly expressed her thoughts, and radiated unwavering confidence. To many, she might have seemed out of place, but it's precisely such people, in the narrator's opinion, that the world lacks. He approached her and sincerely admired her faithfulness to herself and indifference to others' opinions, emphasizing that this was a rare quality. In response, he saw an instant smile and a change in her gaze. The woman felt not only recognition but also understanding. At that moment, it wasn't about appearance or superficial charm, but about recognizing and appreciating her authenticity. This approach allows one to go beyond the material world and touch the most intimate part of her personality, leaving an indelible impression. When a man compliments a woman on her sincerity, he acknowledges her strength and courage to be herself, without asking permission. This compliment will stay with her for a long time, because everyone strives to be seen as genuine. A man capable of looking beyond the facade and seeing her soul becomes special. In today's world, where everyone strives to fit into certain frameworks, being truly seen is a great rarity. A compliment on authenticity makes a woman think of a man like no other, because he sees her for who she truly is. Acknowledging a person's truth can change their self-perception. By emphasizing a woman's uniqueness and individuality, a man lets her know that she stands out from the crowd. This compliment will leave an indelible mark, as it shows that the man sees her true self, while the world tries to portray her as someone else. Thanks to this, a deeper connection arises between them. A woman's mind is a fascinating universe, easy to get lost in if you don't know how to navigate it. It's important to slow down and pay attention to what many men neglect. They only see the outer shell, the body, the face, the smile. Initial attraction is undoubtedly inevitable, and physical attractiveness plays its part. But what happens when a woman begins to captivate not with her appearance, but with the feelings she evokes in a man? When was the last time he allowed himself to stop and listen to her thoughts about the world? When was the last time he felt a woman sharing not just memorized phrases, but her true self? The true power of a compliment will be revealed when you realize how deeply it can touch a person. It's not about banal remarks about appearance or attire. A genuine compliment concerns the unique vision of the world that a woman possesses. Imagine a dialogue, perhaps in a cozy coffee shop or over dinner, where she shares her beliefs, views on society, and dreams for the future. In that moment, before you is not just a conversationalist, but a person with a unique perception of reality, capable of seeing what is hidden from most. By noticing this depth, you show an insight that distinguishes you from those who are unable or unwilling to see it. The secret is to praise her view of the world, emphasizing its uniqueness and ability to inspire reflection. By doing so, you acknowledge her intellect, her ability to analyze and reject conventional viewpoints. You make it clear that you value her thoughts and are ready for a deeper conversation, recognizing in her something more than just physical attractiveness. Why is this compliment so powerful? Research shows that women are, on average, more sensitive and observant than men. This is evident in their ability to notice subtle details in their environment and in conversation, which may be related to a more developed emotional sphere. This depth of perception allows a woman to see the world from a different angle, challenging your own perceptions and making you think more broadly. Furthermore, women often strive to find meaning in their experiences, and when they share their reflections with you, they open up a whole world. It's important not just to agree or disagree with her ideas, but to acknowledge the value of her unique perspective. I'll give an example from personal experience. I once met a woman who wasn't outwardly striking, but possessed something that inexplicably drew me to her. She didn't talk about fashion trends, but about her travel experiences, art, possibilities for improving society, and small actions that could change the world. Listening to her, I felt like I was in a philosophy lecture, presented in a light and engaging way. I particularly remember the moment she shared her vision for the future of technology and urged critical reflection on the development of artificial intelligence. Her words made me look at things in a completely new way. At that moment, I sincerely told her that I admired her unique view of the world, which made me think differently. Her reaction was unexpected. She smiled softly, and I realized that my words had touched her deeply inside. It wasn't a perfunctory compliment, but a sincere recognition of her essence. By praising a woman for her vision of the world, you appreciate her connection to the surrounding universe, the depth of her observations, and her ability to express her thoughts. This is what sets you apart from most men who only see external beauty, failing to notice the inner beauty, the beauty of thought and a unique perspective on the world. By complimenting her vision, you show that you are different from those who only pay attention to appearance. You demonstrate that you are capable of seeing deeper and appreciating what is hidden from a superficial glance. This creates a special connection based on mutual respect and understanding. Furthermore, such a compliment awakens a sense of belonging in her. A woman who is valued for her unique perspective feels closer to the man who understands her. This feeling of being seen for who you truly are creates an intimacy that goes beyond the physical. Have you ever felt the exhilaration of having your unique perspective recognized? Recall your feelings at that moment. Now, imagine what a woman feels when you admire something deeply personal to her. It's not just a compliment, it's an acknowledgement of her inner essence, saying, "I see through you, and I admire it." It's not about looks, but your thoughts. When you realize the power of such compliments and begin to use them in your life, you'll discover that you're creating a genuine connection, based not only on emotions but also on an understanding of her true essence, the woman behind the external appearance, the mind hidden behind the facade. Such an attraction can outlast any fleeting charm or empty compliment. It's an attraction of souls, and when you learn to see a woman in this way, you'll become the man she's always been looking for. Now that you know which compliments can touch a woman on a deep level, it's time to understand why they can change not only her perception of you but also your self-perception. Every word you choose, every expression of appreciation, isn't just a way to get her attention. It's not about throwing out a perfunctory compliment and waiting for a superficial reaction. No, it's about something much more, something that goes beyond words and creates an invisible bond that she will remember forever. And then, my friend, you will become unforgettable. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on what we've already discussed. Realize the power you possess to transform a conversation with a well-placed compliment. We're not talking about the banal phrases men throw at women, "You're beautiful," or "I like your dress." That's for those who don't put in the effort, not understanding the impact words can have. But you are here to master the art of seeing a woman beyond her outer shell, to speak words that touch her soul, make her feel recognized, understood, and appreciated in a way few others can. Imagine a conversation with her. She talks about her passions, dreams, what truly excites her. You're not just listening, you're trying to penetrate the essence of her thoughts, noticing how she perceives the world, how she interprets what's happening around her. And when you praise her for this, when you acknowledge her unique perspective on the world, you're not just giving a compliment, you're establishing an emotional connection with her that she will never forget. This is the true power of praise. Make no mistake, the power of a compliment comes not only from the act of saying pleasant words but also from the sincerity contained within them. A compliment must be genuine, come from the heart, from true recognition. When you tell her she has a unique view of the world, you're not just trying to impress, you're telling her that you truly see her value, recognizing her courage to challenge the status quo and remain herself. Few can do this. And when you do, she will feel the touch of something real, authentic. It is this authenticity that will create a bond beyond the visual, a bond that will remain in her memory and warm her heart long after you've gone. But an important question arises: why is this so important for you? Why is it crucial that you, as a man, learn to use these powerful compliments? The answer is simple: by complimenting a woman, you are complimenting yourself. By learning to see depth in women, you learn to see depth in yourself. You are declaring that you will not settle for superficiality and triviality. You are choosing a path of profound understanding, striving to see a woman for who she truly is. By doing so, you become a man who knows what matters, a man with a rich and deep perspective on life and relationships, creating space for something genuine and lasting. Relationships based solely on appearance or superficial compliments are fleeting. They might be exciting at first, but over time, the spark fades. However, when you begin to understand a woman's true essence, what she values and believes in, you create something capable of standing the test of time. You forge an emotional connection, an intimacy that goes far beyond physical attraction. This is what will attract the woman you desire, one who won't settle for less, but seeks someone who truly sees and understands her. Imagine the impact this will have on your life. You will become a man who sees beyond a woman's external beauty, appreciating her unique vision, her energy, and her authenticity. This will make you stand out from the crowd. She will notice you in a way she never has before. It's not just about knowing the right words to say, but understanding the power of words and the ability to make someone feel truly seen and valued. Now that you possess this powerful tool, the ability to give deep and sincere compliments, the question arises, how will you wield it? Will it simply be a scattering of pleasantries, or will it transform into the ability to see the true essence of the women around you? Will you remain unnoticed in the crowd, or become someone who is remembered long after? It's important to remember that words hold immense power, and now you know how to use it. We propose a 7-day action plan designed to help you implement your knowledge of deep, sincere compliments that leave a lasting impression. This isn't just about saying nice things, it's about seeing a woman as an individual with her own inner world. These 7 days will serve as a practical guide to applying compliments in real-life situations. Day 1, feel the energy. Your task is to learn to perceive the energy emanating from women, without focusing solely on their appearance. Action. In any social setting, carefully observe how women influence those around them, how their energy shapes the dynamics of the space. When interacting, praise this energy and its transformative effect. For example, I admire how you fill this space with your energy, as if making it brighter. Day 2, a sincere compliment to a smile. Your task is to learn to see more than just a facial expression in a woman's smile, to recognize its impact on others. Action. In a work environment, a meeting, or any other setting, pay attention to a woman's smile and compliment her on it. It's important to go beyond a superficial assessment and focus on the energy it radiates. For example, you have an amazing smile, it truly makes the world around you more positive. Day 3, acknowledging authenticity. Your task is to focus on a woman who seems most genuine and authentic. Action. During a conversation, praise her for her courage to be herself, without caring about others' opinions. This compliment emphasizes the value of authenticity. For example, I admire how you remain yourself, not trying to meet others' expectations. That's a rare and valuable quality. Day 4, praising unique vision. Your task is to learn to appreciate the depth of a woman's thinking, her ability to see the world from a different angle. Action. In conversation, pay attention to moments when she shares interesting thoughts or expresses her opinion, and praise her for her unique perspective. For example, I love your unusual perspective on the world, it makes me look at many things in a new way. Day 5, recognizing influence. Your task is to find a woman whose actions or lifestyle inspire admiration, a woman who has a positive impact on the world. Action. Praise her for how she changes the lives of others for the better, whether through her work, lifestyle, or beliefs. For example, I deeply respect how you influence those around you. Your ability to inspire others is truly admirable. Day 6, complimenting intelligence. Your task is to focus on a woman's intellect and her interesting ideas. Action. If she brings up an interesting topic or offers a creative solution in conversation, praise her for her depth of thought. For example, you have such a sharp mind, your way of analyzing situations makes me think deeply. Day 7, personal reflection. Your task is to analyze how compliments have affected your interactions. Ask yourself what worked well and record your thoughts in a journal. For example, today I realized that when I truly see a woman for who she is, she feels more comfortable and open. I think this makes the conversation more genuine. Now, armed with this 7-day plan, you can begin to practice. Let each compliment become an opportunity to establish a genuine, deep connection. As you notice women blossom, feeling more valued and recognized, you will see how your communication transforms. The transformation begins now.